Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 38, Akrura's arrival in Vrindavan. Text number 1. Shri Shuka Uvacha Akruraha Apicha Tam Ratrim Madhupuryam Mahamatihi Ushitva Ratham Asthaya Prayayau Nandagokulam. Shri Shuka Uvacha Akruropi cha Tamratrim Madhupuryam Mahamatihi Ushitva Rathamasthaya Prayayau Nandagokulam. Shri Shuka Uvacha Akruropi cha Tamratrim Madhupuryam Mahamatihi Ushitva Rathamasthaya Paryayau Nandagokulam. Shri Shuka Uvacha Akruropi cha Tamratrim Madhupuryam Mahamatihi Ushitva Rathamasthaya Prayayau Nandagokulam. Matajis. Shri Shuka Vacha. Sukadeva Goswami said, Akruraha Akrura Apicha and Tam that Ratrim night Madhupuriyam in the city of Mathura Mahamatihi high minded Ushitva remaining Ratam his chariot Asthaya mounting Prayayau he set off Nanda Gokulam for the cowherd village of Nanda Maharaj. Translation purport. Sukadeva Goswami said, after passing the night in the city of Mathura, the high-minded Akrura mounted his chariot and set off for the cowherd village of Nanda Maharaj. Purport. King Kamsa ordered Akrura to go to Vrindavan on the Ekadasi of the dark fortnight of the Vedic month of Falguna. After spending the night in Mathura, Akrura left early the next day. The morning, Narada offered his prayers to Krishna in Vrindavan, and in the afternoon, the demon Vyoma was killed there. At dusk, Akrura entered the Lord's village. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. Today we are starting a new chapter, Akrura's arrival in Vrindavan. This character Akrura, this personality, played a very important role in Krishna's pastimes. And the tragedy is, his name is Akrura. Akrura. Krura means very cruel. Akrura means not cruel. But he did not live up to his name. He performed the most cruel activity in this whole universe, that is taking Krishna away from the gopis. So that is why later on he was involved in the stealing of Shamantaka jewel, and had to stay away from Krishna for many years, because Prabhupada explains that because of this offense, he didn't commit any offense, but the gopis felt offended with Akrura, that he took away their eyesight. That is why they felt Akrura had to go through the ignominy of stealing Shamantaka, being involved in the conspiracy intrigue and stay away from Krishna and all. So Krishna knew it. That is why Krishna did not chastise him so heavily. Anyway, that is it will come later part. Last chapter we have studied the killing of Keshi demon and Vyomasur. Uh, then Narad Muni came. The secret behind Narad Muni coming is, how many of you know what are the 4 Madhuryas of Krishna? Huh? 4 Madhurya. How many of you know? Please raise your hands. Come on. Please raise your hands. How many of you know the 4 Madhuryas of Krishna? No? Rajesh, you don't know? Huh? What are you doing 30 years? Huh? Give the mic. Who can tell?
Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Guna Madhuri.
Huh?
No. And Rupa Madhuri.
Guna Madhuri.
Rupa Madhuri.
Rupa Madhuri.
Venu Madhuri. Leela Madhuri.
Come on. Sharat. What's happening? Huh? Bolo piche.
Bhakta Madhuri.
Very good. Right? 4 Madhuris Krishna has, which even Narayana doesn't have. Now all of you remember? Rajesh, will you remember? Bolo. Krishna. Huh? Rupa Madhuri means Krishna is the most beautiful person. Right? How beautiful is Balaram, Lord Narayana, Mahavishnu, they themselves get attracted to Krishna. Not only that, Krishna himself get attracted to himself. Once he was looking his reflection in the jeweled pillar. Who is this beautiful boy? He himself became attracted. So Krishna is all attracted, most beautiful. Then Venu Madhuri, right? He attracts. He plays beautifully, so beautifully. Venu, flute. Lord Shiva, Saraswati, Brahma, Narad Muni, Tumburu, they are all expert musicians. So when Krishna was started playing the flute, they all came. Because they felt they wanted to make notes of new tunes, and when they started hearing, they felt this is beyond our comprehension. That is why they just sat and simply heard, enjoying the music play of a Venu. Right? Venu attracts all living entities. And then Leela Madhuri. So he performs very, very wonderful pastimes which are very, very pleasing to all the living entities. Even uneducated people also, everybody becomes attracted to hearing Krishna's pastimes. And then Bhakta Madhuri means he is surrounded by very beautiful devotees. So Sanatana Goswami explains that Krishna, he came to perform all these wonderful pastimes because of his own wonderful leelas and wonderful devotees. He became so absorbed in performing these wonderful pastimes, and sweetness of his devotees surrounded. He did not want to leave Vrindavan. He didn't want to leave Vrindavan. So that is why Narad Muni had to come and remind Krishna, please, now time has come for you to leave Vrindavan and go to Mathura. Because Mathura devotees also, they wanted to enjoy the relish Krishna's pastimes. So that is why unwillingly Krishna had to leave Vrindavan, because he became so absorbed in performing wonderful pastimes and enjoying sweetness of his devotees that he forgot his avatara karya. What is avatara karya? What is the purpose of his appearance? To lessen the burden of the Mother Earth. So Mother Earth and all demigods, they are worried. कि अभी Krishna इतना absorb हो गया. That is why even during Ramchandra's pastimes also, Ramchandra, such a beautiful wife, chaste wife. And then beautiful mother, wonderful loving mother. Not only that, 365 mothers. All the mothers loving Ramchandra. And people would go crazy when Rama would walk on the streets or go out. People, so many people would gather outside his palace to have a glimpse of Ramchandra, that if you drop the sand, it won't touch the floor. So much thick crowd, having, eager to have darshan of Ramchandra. And then all the people, loving father, loving mother. Then demigods, they are worried. अभी इतना सेटल हो गया, Ravi is going to become king. अभी हमारा क्या होगा? Right? That's why they sent Manthara. Or separate them, take him away from Ayodhya. Otherwise, how will he kill Ravanasur? How will he kill Kumbhakarna? Like that. So that is why in the event of Krishna's pastimes also, Narad Muni had to come. Right? Narad Muni had to come. And then remind Krishna, now the time is up. Enough. Vrindavan Leela. Madhurya Leela. Vrindavan Leela means Madhurya Leela. Now time for Aishwarya Leela. Right? Come to Mathura, Dwarka. Then he narrated what all he is going to do, like that. Anyway, so why Vrindavan is such a nice, beautiful place where Prabhupada explains that animals also give up their natural qualities of being animosity towards each other. And then the tigers and the lambs, they are friends. Lions and elephants are friends. Like that. And the snakes and mongoose, they are friends in Vrindavan. So in such a beautiful, wonderful place, why do demons appear? Anybody knows? Give him the mic.
So that Lord can get a break
Break from what?
from his Leela.
Very good. It is mentioned that the coward boys, they are so much absorbed in playing with Krishna that they don't want to leave Krishna even for a moment, even for eating and drinking also. But Krishna is worried, coward boys, the cows and the calves, if they are not eating, simply looking at me and enjoying my pastimes, what will they eat? That is why the demons would come. The demons would come, and then Krishna had to kill, and then Krishna will tell, okay, let us start eating now. Then they will take breakfast, and like that. Then during lunchtime, some demons will come. Then again, Krishna will interrupt his Leela and then kill them, and then, okay, now let us have lunch. Then in the evening time, again, some demon will come, Krishna will kill. Now let us go back. Otherwise, they don't want to go back. Right? Krishna has other devotees also to satisfy. One parrot, Krishna's pet favorite, parrot, he is describing that his name is Daksha. Daksha is describing very wonderful pastime. That he is so Daksha is the leader of all the parrots, and then he is the pet of Sri Krishna. Daksha was saying, when the coward boys and Kanha, if they meet with each other and they discuss, outsiders, when they hear some bits and pieces of their conversation, they will think that they are very matured individuals and all. But if you hear their complete conversations, you will be amused and laugh, how silly their conversations are. So one day, one coward boy, friend of Krishna, Tejasvi, his name is Tejasvi. He came, and then his another friend is there, Devaprastha. So Krishna used to call him Dev. very lovingly. So these two friends, they came and approached Balaram. They said, my dear thou, come, bring your hull, or a stick. We'll go and kill all the demons at once. I said, then not only the comes Mama, all these demons, all these coward boys, they were thinking, all the demons' head is Kamsa and he is their uncle. Balram was surprised. अरे मेरा uncle है, demons का uncle है. Actually, Krishna and Balram's uncle Krishna, Kamsa, right? Kamsa Mama, like that. So you do one thing. Let us kill all these demons at once. I said, Balram asked, why you want to do that? So their problem is, Dev and Tejasvi's problem is, it's not that they are very scared of the demons or anything. Their problem is, when the Tejasvi was telling, when the game is in a very interesting stage, when I am about to win the game, and this guy came and disturbed the Leela, so I had lost the opportunity to win over Krishna. So that is why let us finish them off at once. Finish them at once. They said, why? Then, Balaramji, he said, he didn't want to reply, he is disturbed. Then he said, no, let me after that. Then when they came to ask again, he was feeling, he was acting as if he was asleep. Like that. So there, they saw Sri Krishna. He was sitting under a tree, actually lying under a tree, with his lotus feet stretched on the grass, and then with he was lying on his one of the hands, with like that. Then the Dev, he came in front of Krishna. He said, Kanna, I have one question. Then Krishna became alerted. I said, what? What is your question? He said, where do all these demons live? Where do all the demons live? Krishna was surprised. And then their uncle, Kamsa, where do all these demons live? Then Krishna was surprised. Why do you have this question? Are you scared of these demons? Dev said, no, we are not scared. Even though these demons are very huge and very scary looking, but they are very weak. They are very weak. Just like, balloon is there, and then you little bit pinch, balloon will be burst. Like that, even though they are having big akaras and scary, but, we see, with one slap, you kill them without much effort. We see you. So it is not, that is not the problem. Then Krishna asked, then why do you want to know? Why, said, if you know where all these demons are living, along with this king, Kamsa, Uncle Kamsa, we will bring all of them here. Krishna said, why? We can scare these gopis. We can show them and scare gopis. He became so delighted. He started clapping with his own statement. Many times they say Ramarupa laughs at his own jokes. Right? Like that, he was so delighted with his own statement that Krishna became very, very amused. I said, Acha. Then he said, come. He called Dev very near to him. He said, I will tell you one thing. You remember, these demons, they are not like pet animals. It is very, very difficult to tame them. Very difficult to tame them. So, as soon as they are not very, very unreliable. So, as soon as you see them, you should kill them. Otherwise, any time they can bite. So that is why it's not a good idea to bring them all together and keep them, and so that we can scare gopis. We can think of something else. Then Dev said, then Dev had one more inquisitive question. Right? Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna arto jijnasur. So jijnasu ban gaya. Said what? Then if 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 it is very difficult to tame, then Krishna said, well, thank God, Uncle Kamsa did not have many left with him. Now everybody is dying. Then Dev said, then if it is so, how Kamsa is able to tame them? And then he is sending, he's like that. Then Krishna informed. When he was again mentioning Kamsa's name, Krishna's blood started boiling. And then he became very angry. He said, that rascal Kamsa, he is also a demon. He is also demon. That is why he is able to control all these demons. Acha, then if Uncle Kamsa is also a demon, how is it that our coward men, they were actually afraid of him, and they speak highly of him? Oh, Krishna said, because these coward men, they are very, very simple, so they did not know, they don't know that, they are not very dangerous. So, but like that. But the coward, they was thinking, but we are not, but we see them, whenever these demons come, all of them, they call each other, they hide in the room and they tremble. But coward boys are not very scared of the demons, because they see that Krishna is killing them just like that. Then what is their conclusion? That among all the coward boys, Krishna is the weakest boy. Even though I am younger to him in age, I defeated him many times. He carried me on his shoulders. So if weakest Krishna can kill this demon, what to speak of us? We can easily kill. So they are not. So that is why they are not very scared of these demons. Then Dev was telling that don't somehow we should somehow or other. How do you know that this Kamsa and all they're very, very dangerous? Have you seen him? Krishna said, I have not seen him. I have not seen him. But on the day I see him, I will kill him. Right? That's what happened, right? On the day Krishna saw him, that day itself he killed him. Right? Anyway, all the birds, Daksha was narrating this pastime to all the birds, and then the birds are hearing very, carefully. Then when they heard about Kamsa and his strength and all, they also started trembling. Then Dev also said, no, don't go. You are very weak, and then Uncle Kamsa is very strong. He may harm you. Like that. So this is the pastime. The demons, all the coward boys and all, they are not very scared of these demons. Why? Because because weakest Krishna is killing them just like that, without much effort. हमको क्या करना है? Right? So that is why Agasura, when they saw Agasura, they were not scared. अरे they चले जाएंगे, Krishna है ना? Right? Krishna है ना? Even if you go inside, no problem. Krishna is there, he will save. Like that. So they were not scared of Agasura. Like that, they are not scared of any demons and all, because Krishna is there. Like that. So the demons, they play an important part in Krishna's Leela, because Krishna performs this pastime of protecting the devotees, so that we all will get a faith, confidence. Yeah, Krishna is there, he will protect us. Right? He will protect us. So, if you observe in Vrindavan Leela, Krishna did not use any weapon. Right? He simply killed all the demons with bare hands. And another pastime, Vishwanath Chakravarti mentions that another feature of Krishna killing the demons is when the Putana came to kill Krishna, Krishna did not change his akara. He remained as a 6 days old boy. Then just like that he killed. But when he was killing Agasura, he expanded himself. Right? So Vishnu Chakra explains that whenever his loving devotees are around, all these coward men and all, Krishna did not change his akar, so that he did not want to disturb his loving feelings. He didn't want to. But when Agasura was there, all the coward boys, they were inside the belly of Agasura. That is why he expanded himself. Right? So that is another feature of Krishna's killing of demons in Vrindavan. He did not, he acted according to the time, place and circumstance. Like that. Right? Now, with 37th chapter, all the demons of Vrindavan, they were not, they were killed. Right? They were killed. And then Narad Muni went and told Kamsa actually that, the Vasudeva's son Krishna is actually in Vrindavan. Otherwise, he was simply, he did not know all these years that, Kamsa, Krishna was his enemy. Because he killed Putana and then one by one, he is sending. In village in other life, natural, Mama and Banja, they have a very loving relationship. They joke with each other, they pull each other legs, all that. There is a loving relationship. Mother's brother, Mama, right? That is, they have a very loving relationship. So that is why in Vishnu Purana it is mentioned that Krishna and his sister, Parvati Devi, and her son was Ganpati. So Krishna and Ganpati, they have a very, very loving relationship. Sometimes Ganpati would walk into Vaikuntha, then Krishna, Krishna does all kinds of, mischief, pranks, they live. So one day, Ganpati swallowed chakra. Ganpati, if you see South Indians, they do like this, in front of the deities. You know why? This is from Vishnu Purana. So, Krishna asked, give back my chakra. Ganpati said, I am not giving you. Then, Narayana, Krishna was started doing like this. So when Ganpati saw, he started laughing and laughing. Because of that big laughter, the chakra came out. So, so that is why Kamsa Mama, first he sent Putana, then he sent helicopter. Right? He sent helicopter. You know what is a helicopter? Huh? Trunavrata. So why Krishna took Trunavrata, up in the sky? You know why? He could have killed him there only, because he, like Krishna is going to perform all these butter thief pastimes. So he took an aerial view. Reiki, he did Reiki, he did a Reiki, which gopi, where they keep their butter pots. So he took an aerial view of all Vraj, so that, so that's why Kamsa sent a helicopter. Then he thought, Mera Banja, he will have a shire, he will go around Vrindavan. That is why he said Shakatasur. Like that, somebody was explaining. Right? So, anyway, so that is, so now this thing has come to the conclusion. Vrindavan pastimes now are going to end. So all the demons, right? Natad bhashyate suryo, na shashanko, pavakaha, Yadgatva nivartante taddhama paramam mama. Right? Anybody who comes to my dham, huh? They will not go back to material life. Right? So, whichever demon came to Vrindavan, what happened? Huh? They all went back to Godhead. Right? They all went back to Godhead. So there is no loss. Right? There is no loss like that. If somebody gets killed by Krishna, right? Krishna is not angry with them. Right? Krishna cannot become angry. So now when Aristasur, he was such a very, very powerful demon. And more powerful demon, that is why he sent the last, Keshi demon is the, very most fiercest demon, like that. When Keshi demon also, he was killed, Kamsa was very, very disturbed. He became afraid. And then one day Kamsa came to Vrindavan. He said, hey, wow, who is this boy, he is killing everybody. Huh? He is killing everybody. So when he entered Vrindavan, he was taking Achaman in Yamuna water. Right? Some of the gopis and all, they started playing with him like a ball. Then he became very scared. These girls are so strong like this, they are harassing me. I should not, directly approach Krishna. That is why chalta fira ho, he put his tail in between the legs and ran away from Vrindavan. He didn't want to confront Krishna in Vrindavan. So that is why Kamsa was simply sending all the demons. He never came again. Once he came and then he got a taste of Brajavasi's strength and all. That's why he ran away. Right? So he thought, if I can bring back Krishna and Balaram, to my place, because Sthanabala, this Mustika Chanura, and then all these very, very, right? Kirata Hunandra Pulinda Pukasa. How many of you know this verse? Kirata Hunandra Pulinda Pukasa Abhira Shamba Yavana Kashadaya. Right? Our Andhra people also engaged in Krishna's pastime. I am from Andhra, so whenever I read this verse, hum to papi log hain. We belong to a very sinful race. But some guys from Andhra, they took part in Krishna's pastimes. This Mustika and Chanura, they are from Andhra Pradesh. We are proud. So Mustika, they are very, very strong wrestling. So Kamsa thought, Kuvalyapida is there. Why Kamsa? In Harivamsha Purana, it is mentioned that why Kamsa became head of all the demons, because he could subdue Kuvalyapida. Very, very strong elephant, Kuvalyapida elephant. That is why he became the leader of all the demons, because he is strongest, right? Because he has got, this Kuvalyapida has got 10,000 elephant strength, and then Kamsa could, subdue him. Like that. He thought either Mustika or Chanura milke maar dega, ya Kuvalyapida will kill Krishna, or I can kill Krishna because I have got strength here. So that is why Krishna said, see, I didn't want to kill my mama, but he himself called me. Right? I was not willing to go, but he himself called me. So what can I do? Because everybody blames Krishna, Arey mama ko maar diya. Relative ko maar diya. Shishupal also was blaming Krishna in Rajasuya sacrifice. Arey, mom, the demons, they kill their own brothers, and Kamsa killed his own banjas and all. That is okay. But if Krishna killed mama, Kamsa mama, then they all criticize. Arey mama ko maar diya. Krishna said, what to do? He only called. Right? So, one of the aspects of, many of the devotees, They left, they ran away because of the atrocities of, Kamsa. But sometimes Akrura and some devotees, they stayed back serving Kamsa in the hope that they will get to see the Krishna's pastimes. So sometimes devotees, they should, like Akrura, they should sometimes, if they are in a position where they are facing the atrocities of the demons, they have to stay back sometimes in order to pursue devotional career or devotional service, like that. So this is one of the lessons we learn from Akrura. So Mahamati, Vishwanath Chakra Thakur, he says that Akrura, he is described as Mahamati because as soon as Kamsa informed Akrura that Uncle Ji, go and bring Krishna and Balaram, Dhanur Yajna and all that. So as soon as he heard that, he took the instruction and then he became completely absorbed, in thinking about Krishna's wonderful pastimes. Whole night. So Vishnu Chakra says, as soon as he heard that, he did not sleep whole night. He is so restless because he is thinking about Krishna's wonderful pastimes. Right? So, then as soon as, so he started coming on Ekadasi. Right? Ekadasi. Prabhupada told that all the devotees of ISKCON should by heart this chapter. Right? You know why? This Akrura's arrival in Vrindavan, we should all by heart this chapter. Why? Prabhupada said, as soon as you get down at Mathura station, while traveling from Mathura station to Vrindavan, you should remember how Akrura traveled to Vrindavan. So that you can keep your consciousness very high. So this time, I was traveling in some taxi, so I took out this chapter from Krishna book and then started reading. So by the time I reached Krishna Balaram Mandir, almost finished that chapter. So it was very nice. So I request all the devotees, before you go to Vrindavan, 2 to 3 days before, you read this chapter 2-3 times so that you can remember what Akrura felt while traveling to Vrindavan. Right? So, as he traveled on the road, the great soul Akrura felt tremendous devotion for the lotus-eyed personality of Godhead, and thus he began to consider as follows. Translation, the third verse. What pious deeds have I done? What severe austerities undergone? What worship performed? Or charity given so that today I will see Lord Keshava. Right? So, like many times I mentioned that those people who perform pious activities like digging the wells, building dharmashalas, feeding the poor, taking care of elderly parents, right? All this charity, giving charity to brahmanas, the giving charity of the cows, right? All this come under pious activities. Those who perform these pious activities in crores of lifetimes, by their good, as a result of that, they get to worship Lord Vasudeva. Onam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Ma Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudarlabha. Vasudeva, they will come to worship. Those devotees who worship Vasudeva for 1000 lifetimes, all of us sitting here, right? They get a chance to hear Krishna's Balya Leela. Hari Bol. Right? So, what kind of, so like we see that, don't perform. Here Akrura, he was saying that what austerities what pious deeds have I done, what severe austerities undergone, what worship performed or charity given, so that today I will see Lord Keshava. Right? How many of you know that verse? Ittam satam brahma sukhan bhati. Bolo, Nimai Nitai Prabhu. Give him the mic.
इत्थं सतां ब्रह्मसुखानुभूत्या दास्यं गतानां परदैवतेन मायाश्रितानां नरदारकेण सार्धं विजहरू कृतपुण्यपुञ्जा.
Very nice. Kritapunya Punja. All these boys, they are playing with Krishna. Then this verse is from 10th canto, 12th chapter. So, Sakam Vijayahu Kritapunya Punja. So, some devotees, they think that Krishna is Brahman. Some people, they think that he is Deva. Servants. Servants. Some people, ordinary people, they think that, he is an ordinary human being. But all these coward boys, they are playing with Krishna, like equals. So Vishnu Thakur says that what pious activities. So here, pious activities means Bhaktyonmukha Shukriti. Means pious activities that are connected to devotional service. There are many, Bhogonmukha Sukriti is there. Means we perform all these pious activities which will result in enjoyment in the heavenly planets. But Bhakti Anmukha Sukriti. Many times I narrated this past time that once Prabhupada was traveling in an aeroplane, the air hostess became very attracted to Srila Prabhupada. Right? So, anyway, I will tell you this story, one more story. That once, some devotees, they were traveling, they were distributing books in remote villages of Brazil. And then suddenly they heard, Hare Krishna, come here. They were very shocked because first time Hare Krishnas are going there in that village in Brazil, very remote. And when they entered that lady's house, they saw Prabhupada's photo, all the books, Radha Krishna photo, everything. Then they were shocked. How do you know Prabhupada and how do you know Krishna consciousness movement? Then she narrated, once when I was an air hostess. So when that air hostess became very attracted to Srila Prabhupada, then she kept on asking, Swamiji, can I do some service? Can I do some service? You want anything? Can I give you something? Prabhupada said, we don't eat any outside food. Then again and again she kept asking. Then Prabhupada said, okay, if you can provide some hot milk and uncut fruits, all the devotees who are traveling in the airplane, make a point, don't eat cut fruits, because they must be using the same chaku which cut beef, the fruit also. So if you ask them, full apple, they give, or kela they give in Emirates flight. Either kela you ask, full, whole fruit, not cut fruit. Anyway, so she arranged hot milk and then the fruits. Prabhupada said, okay, thank you. Then Prabhupada started eating kurmura. And then she came, took some kurmura and ate. She said, very nice prasad. Very nice. She didn't know prasad. Very nice. So that is actually Ajnata Sukriti. Right? Ajnata Sukriti. Just like, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to meet Prakashananda Saraswati. Prakashananda Saraswati, when Mahaprabhu sat near the dirty place, Prakashananda Saraswati said, my dear sir, why are you, Shripad, why are you sitting in dirty place? What is the cause of your lamentation? He gave his hand and then brought him to a nice place to sit. So that is, Prabhupada says, that is Ajnata Sukriti. Because of that, his whole life has turned. Like that, all these life members and all, they are giving charity to Krishna. So many people, they give charity to all these karmis and all, karmi organizations and all, which is very, very dangerous. There are so many people, organizations, NGOs, they collect donations saying that, they are going to feed Ethiopia, hungry people. And that they use that money to purchase arms and to perform terrorist activities. Right? This that lady, what's her name? Kolkata wali. Huh? Huh? Anna. Oh, Mother Teresa. Right? Mother Teresa, she was collecting all donations and all. So she was using that money to convert Hindus to Christianity. Right? Prabhu, only fools will convert to Christianity and Islam from being a Hindu, from Hinduism, right? Only what is, Prabhupada said, what is there in Hinduism and Islam? Uh, you know, uh, love of bread. Prabhupada used to say. In Christianity, they have only love of bread. Oh God, give us our daily bread. Right? Like that. So, only fools will, so this is all. Prabhupada never converted anybody. Right? Prabhupada said, remain Christian, remain Muslim, but chant Hare Krishna. Like that. She was using all this money to convert all these poor people into Christianity and then make them eat beef. Right? If you are a Christian, you are a lover of beef. Right? So only fools will convert to. So like that, this charity is in the present circumstances, giving charity to poor people is very dangerous. Right? So the best charity you can give is to Krishna temple. Right? Krishna himself says in Bhagavatam 11th canto that if anybody who gives a piece of land, piece of land for constructing my temple, I will make him a unrivaled king. Unrivaled king. If anybody who installs my deity, and worships and all, then I will make him Indra. Anybody who constructs, donates the land, who constructs the temple, who installs the deity, right, and worships, such a person, he will become Brahma. Right? Many devotees, they give, poshak, dress, donation. So, for usually one has to perform 100 Ashwamedha yajnas, to become Indra. Right? If you just give one dress, one poshak to Radha Rasbihari, in your next life, if you want, you can become Indra. How many of you want to become Indra? Rajesh? Do Rajesh either. Rajesh Shah? Any plans? So, by doing all these charities, we can become. So one day, Krishna will. One day we'll become devotees, right? We can hear the story of Maharaj Nruga. Please read that pastime again and again. So Maharaj Nruga was a karmakandi. He was a karmakandi. He was donating so many cows that Yamaraj said, because of your charity that you have given so much, we can't even calculate how many years you can stay in heaven and enjoy. Right? He didn't know anything about Krishna. He didn't know much devotion and all that. But because he was giving so much charity, one, Vishnu Chakravarti explains, this is not given in Bhagavatam. One Vaishnava, once he came to Maharaj Nuga because he heard that he is a very charitable person. He requested this Maharaj Nuga, please give me some charity so that I want to build a Vishnu temple. Want to Vishnu build. So he immediately gave because he is a charitable person. Like that. So in return, he blessed him that one day you will have darshan of Krishna. That is stuck in his heart. That one day I want to see Krishna, I want to see Krishna. Because of giving charity of so many cows, he got the association of a Vaishnava for a moment or whatever. And because he satisfied, he did charity to Vaishnava. And then Vaishnava blessed him. And then Prabhupada says, because of his foolishness, he asked, okay, when Yamaraj said, you want to suffer first or you want to enjoy first? He said he will suffer first. Then he became a lizard. Because of the blessing of the Vaishnava, he could remember that as a body, in the body of lizard, that I want to see Krishna, I want to see Krishna, I want to see Krishna, I want to see Krishna. Like that desire he developed. Because of that desire has manifested as into seeing Krishna face to face. So that is why Prabhupada writes in first canto Bhagavatam that all of us, we are entangled in this material tabernacle since a long time. Since long time. We can get out of this material tabernacle simply by desiring. Yeah? Simply by desire. Right? So just keep the desire. So Vishnu Chakra says in, how many of you heard? Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. How many of you know what it is? Bolo, Jainudvip. Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam.
Shravanam, hearing Krishna Katha. Mananam, contemplating. Nididhyasanam, meditating on the whatever, means sharing with others, contemplating more.
And fourth one, you remember? Vandanam, prayers. Right? So in this regard, Shruti and Vedanta Sutra and then Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita. Right? So Shankaracharya says that Vedanta Shrutis are Shravanam, Vedanta Sutra Mananam, and Bhagavad Gita is Nididhyasanam. Like that. So Vishwanath Chakravarti gives a very beautiful commentary in this regard on the personified Vedas chapter, that he says Shravanam means you hear the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. And then Mananam means contemplate on the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Can you tell?
Hey Srimati Radharani, please help me to be able to do devotional service unto you.
Yeah, O Radha, O Krishna, please engage me in your devotional service. So this is Mananam for devotees. Vishnu Chakravarti says Mananam for us, always contemplate. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, always remember the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. O Krishna, I am your eternal servant. I am your eternal servant. Right? This one sentence is enough. Right? You can note it down. Take away from this class is you simply keep saying, I am an eternal servant of Krishna. I am an eternal servant of Krishna. I am an eternal servant of Krishna. One day you will end up as an eternal servant of Krishna. So simple devotional service. Right? So that is Mananam. So Nididhyasanam, Vishnu Chakravarti says that every time you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chant with an intense desire to have darshan of Radha and Krishna. Right? You should you should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One day I should be able to see, if not in this lifetime, but one lifetime, I should get darshan of Radha and Krishna under the tree of Vamshivat, Krishna playing flute. That is the desire of this Bilva Mangal Thakur also. Right? Like that. So that is, this aspect of Smaranam is very, very important. That's what our Akrura was teaching us in this pastime. Contemplating various aspects of Krishna's wonderful pastimes. And then he is considering his own ineligibility, right? So that is why what qualification I have, since I am a materialistic person absorbed simply in sense gratification, I think it is as difficult for me to have gotten this opportunity to see Lord Uttama Shloka as it would be for one born in a Sudra to be allowed to recite Vedic mantras. This is a condition of people like me, materialistic people. So where is the chance? Is there any chance for a person like me to have darshan of Krishna? It is there because in Bhakti Sindhu, one of the aspects of Prabhupada said, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So we should always, read the chapter in Bhakti Sindhu, 64 qualities of Krishna, and then contemplate on the qualities of Krishna. So one of the qualities of Krishna is supreme controller. Right? So what is the definition of supreme controller? Prabhupada defined that there are two aspects of supreme controller. One is he is completely independent. Another is nobody can defy his orders. Right? Two qualities of Krishna. One is he is completely independent. So Prabhupada explains in this matter of complete independence that even though Kaliya is a very, very sinful person, right? Even though he is not qualified, Krishna bestowed his mercy by stamping his lotus feet on his hoods. And then he accepted the prayers of Nagapatnis. And even though Lord Brahma is very, very pure, when he offered prayers, he neglected it. Because he is completely independent. Right? So, in third canto Bhagavatam, na ati asamyas trayadishaha Swarajya Lakshmi Upalabhya Samasta Kamam Balis Haridbis Chiraloka Pala, Kirita Udita, that verse is there. So that Prabhupada quoted that verse, and then he says that all the demigods and all the Lokapalas, they offer their obeisances to Krishna and carry out their orders. So Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, everybody, they also cannot defy his orders. So this gives us complete hope that even though we are completely unqualified, if Krishna wants, chalo bhaiya, aajao, right? He can bestow his mercy, even though we are not qualified. Even though we are completely qualified, Krishna will say, no, get lost. We can't do anything. Why? Because Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says, Krishna is a transcendental autocrat. He can do whatever he wants because he is completely independent. Right? Another aspect of Krishna's quality is completely pure. Anybody remembers what is purity? Purity, Prabhupada explains that there are two aspects of purity. One aspect of purity is that he and his holy name can purify anybody. That is one aspect. Another aspect of purity is he doesn't do anything which is impure. Right? So that is why Krishna's holy name and Krishna are non-different. That is why when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we become purified. And then Krishna never does anything which is impure. So that is why that is why when we read that verse Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yo Veti Tattvataha, many people they criticize Hare Krishna. Gandhiji also said because of him so many crores of people got killed on the Kurukshetra war, right? He committed sin of dancing with other. If you understand that Krishna doesn't, whatever Krishna does is perfect. If you understand this one sentence, we will not criticize any activity of Krishna. Then we will go back to Godhead. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha. Right? So, in this aspect, remember, Prabhupada explained very nicely from Krishna book. All of you remember this after this class. Krishna has 4 Madhurya. Everybody remembers? Huh? Pakka? You can tell? What are the 4 Madhuryas? Huh? Huh? Very good. I will tell you one more aspect. Krishna has 6 opulences. All of you know. I hope everybody knows. Right? Krishna has 8 transcendental qualities. Anybody knows? 8 transcendental qualities. Nimanita Prabhu, you know? Huh? And then Krishna has 8 mystic opulences. So I will tell. Then Krishna has 5 super excellent qualities. Right? This is how we should, like Akrura, we should remember Krishna. Right? Then, what are the 8 transcendental qualities of Krishna? Number 1, Krishna, he is completely pure. He is not touched by any sinful activity. Apapa viddam, like we have read in Ishopanishad. Right? Krishna doesn't perform any sinful activities, and so-called sinful activities which look like sinful activities do not touch him. Right? Number 1 is Krishna, completely pure. He is not touched by any sinful reactions. Number 2, Krishna doesn't die. Right? He has no death. That is why Krishna said, when Arjuna asked, Aparam bhavato janma, param janma vivashvataha, tvam etad vijaniyam, tvamadav, katam etad vijaniyam, tvamadav praktavaniti. How do you know that you and I are the same period? Aparam bhavata janma. Sun god Vivashwan is born very, very early. But how you taught Bhagavad Gita to Sun god Vivashwan? Then what did Krishna say? Bahunimi vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Tani aham veda sarvani natvam veta parantapa. Right? You and I took many births. You forgot, because I didn't forget, because I don't change my body. Why we forget? Because we change our bodies. Right? Right? And and then third quality is Krishna never becomes old. Right? Prabhupada explains that when Krishna was fighting in the Kurukshetra war, he is almost 125 years old. But how did he look? Most handsome. He just looked like a 16-year-old boy, youth. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam ravikara gaura ambara dadane vapuralka kalavratanam abjam vijaya sakhe ratirastu me anvadaya. Right? This is the remembrance of Bhishmadev. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam. He is the most beautiful person in all the bhuvanas, including Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, everywhere. Like that, anyway. So, Krishna never becomes old. And the number 4, Krishna never laments. There is no lamentation in Krishna. Right? Prabhupada says, Shokashru Sagara Vishoshanam Atibudara, that verse comes, Hasam Harer, Avanatya, Atiloka Tivra, Shokashru Sagara. Prabhupada says, people cry so much nowadays in Kali Yuga that the ocean of tears fall. That is why all our oceans are completely khara, because these are the tears of lamentation. Right? Remember this one who laments, one who is angry, they will never get Krishna. Right? So Krishna's devotee also, Krishna doesn't lament, Krishna's devotee also should not lament. Right? Krishna, right? That is why Prabhupada said, devotees of our Krishna are always joyful. If somebody is morose, he is a rascal. So number 4. Number 5, he doesn't feel hungry. Number 6, he doesn't feel thirsty. Number 7, all his desires are lawful. Right? Number 8, nobody can stop him doing what he wants to do. Now who can tell all the 8 qualities? Bolo, Anantrup. Give the mic.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna is free from all sinful activity. He is completely pure,
Yeah.
and he never dies. He never becomes old. And what is? He never feels hungry. He never feels thirsty. And he never feels lamentation.
Yeah.
Last one. Nobody can stop him from doing anything, and whatever he does is completely perfect, correct, lawful.
Lawful. All his desires are
Lawful.
very good, very good. Give him a big hand. Right? Anybody else? Some congregation? Anirudh. Bolo? Anirudh hai na? Can repeat? Don't look in low.
Sir? Completely pure, not touched by any sinful activities. Krishna doesn't die. Krishna never becomes old, never lamented, never feels hungry, never he feels thirsty. All his desires are lawful, and nobody can stop him for doing anything.
Whatever,
So-
right? Hey, remember, then 5 appearances, then 6 appearances, and then 8 mystic power. All of you know, anima, legima, and all that, right? That's why Krishna is known as Yogeshwara. Krishna is known as Bhagavan because, and then Krishna's incarnation appearance is very special because he has got 5 super excellent qualities. I will tell briefly only because no time. Number 1, before Krishna appeared, Ganga is known as Pavitra and Patita Pavana. But after Krishna appeared, Yaduvamsha became so powerful that Yaduvamsha defeated the fame of Ganga in delivering people. That is number 1. Number 2, even though all devotees of Krishna, they get delivered, that is no doubt, but even the demons also get delivered when Krishna kills them. Prabhupada explains that when Rama, Narsimha, other avatars, when they kill the demons, they don't get liberation. But only when Krishna kills the demons, they get liberation. Number 3, even though Lakshmi was chaste woman, she leaves the chest of Narayana and comes to Vrindavan to get the dust of lotus feet of Krishna. Kasyanubhavasana deva vidmahe tavangri renu sparsha adhikaraha vanchanti lalana acharati tapo vihaya kaman suchiram drutavrataha. It's a very beautiful verse, Nagapatni's prayers. Number 4, before Krishna appeared and then manifested his holy name, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There are so many other processes of self-realization. But this one process of Hare Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Mantra, Shrutamata, defeated all the other processes of self-realization. Like when Krishna's name appeared in Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is mentioned that names of Vasudeva, Rama, then Narayana, Om Namah, they all felt unemployed, it seems. They became unemployed. Like that. And then number 5 is there are 20 Dharma Sutra, like I mentioned last time in the class, in the comments, that there are 20 Dharma Sutras and there are so many religious principles enacted by so many sages like Yajnavalkya and other sages. They are all rejected by Krishna and gave only one religious principle. What is that? Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishami ma shuchaha. Right? These are the, so this is how, every remembers, this is from Krishna book last chapter. Right? Number 1 is, bolega? Bolo? Number 1 is, give him the mic, Shiv Sagar. Run.
Hare Krishna. Before Krishna was born, earlier Ganga was famous, but after the birth of Krishna, Yaduvanshi, they became famous. This was first. And Lakshmi,
Number 2.
Number 2, Lakshmi.
No. This boy will tell. Give it to him.
Devotees, not only devotees, demons also can be liberated when Krishna is killed.
Yeah. Number
Krishna
3.
is killed by Krishna. Third one is Lakshmi, who was chaste and was resting the heart of Narayana. She also came to Vrindavan to have a dust of Vraja.
Very good. Number 4.
Mahamantra defeated all the other names of chanting. Hare Krishna means Mahamantra.
Shrutamata defeated all the other process of self-realization.
Self-realization. And last is, there were earlier 20 Dharma Sutras, but only one sutra which Krishna has defined, that Sarvadharma Parityaja Mameka Sharma Vraja. So this is the only one which is, we have to follow.
Yeah. This boy will tell. You can tell? Repeat. Repeat. What's your name? Bolo.
First is
Speak into the mic.
yeah. First, when Ganga was appeared before Krishna, when Krishna's time ago, Ganga was known as Pavan and Pavitra. But when Krishna come,
Speak into the mic.
when
Don't feel
Krishna
nervous.
come, so the Yadukul was famous and he was there.
Yeah. Very good. Number 2.
Okay. Number 2, that not only is devotees but demons also get liberated through Krishna. Only Krishna, not Narsimha or
Krishna, when
another.
demons are killed by Rama and all, they don't get liberation. Yeah.
And number 3, Lakshmi Devi is still trying to get. She did not get that Krishna's chest Sangha to Krishna's Sangha. Number 4,
Holy name.
holy name was that only Krishna. Same, and it is more.
Yeah. Number 5.
Is Krishna had given many statements, but main is Sarvadharman Parityaja.
Very good. Prabhupada writes in last verse in 18th chapter, what is the most moral principle in the world? Anybody can tell? Most moral principle in the world. Highest moral principle in the world. Prabhupada says, Manmana bhava madbhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru. Remembrance of Krishna. What is the most essential principle of all religions? What is that? Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam. If you can do these 2 verses, enough. You understood Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava madbhakto Sarvadharman parityaja. You understood whole Bhagavad Gita, right? Is it clear? Huh? Krishna has 4 madhuryas. Krishna has 5 super excellent qualities. Krishna has 8 transcendental qualities. Krishna has 6 opulences. And Krishna has 8 mystic powers. That is why Prabhupada concluded, what is self-realization? Please remember, what is self-realization? Prabhupada said, if you understand that Krishna is the only worshipable personality, and then I should simply serve him, that is called self-realization. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. Rupakalpita Vitrishna, Bhagavati Satvata Pungame Vibhumi. Swasukam Upagate Kvachit Vihartham. Prakritim Upeyasi Bhavat Pravaha. This is the first verse of prayer by Bhishmadev. In that purport, Vishwanath Chakravarti says, the greatest service you can do to Krishna is engage your mati, your thinking, feeling and willing in Krishna. Right? Thinking, feeling and willing. So we should develop that stage of remembering Krishna during our day-to-day time, life. We don't remember Krishna. Even while chanting Hare Krishna also, we don't remember. So this remembrance of Krishna, Vishwanath Chakravarti says, is the highest service you can do to Krishna. Once, I will finish by telling one nice pastime. Once, head pujari of Jagannath temple, he went to Jaipur. The Jaipur princess, she is also a very great devotee of the Lord. While head pujari was coming back, she packed very nice box, gift box. And then he said, please give it to Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath, don't open and see this while going. So the head pujari was walking back, and then he could not contain his enthusiasm. He opened the box. When he saw there is nothing valuable, there is a piece of paper was there, and something is written on that. And then he said, ye kya hai? Is such a cheap thing she will give as a gift? He threw it out. So when the pujari came to Jagannath Puri, when he went to take darshan, Lord Jagannath did not give darshan. Then Jagannath is not there on the altar. Then where is Jagannath? Where is Jagannath? The pujari said, other pujari say, no, he is there. Everybody is coming and taking darshan. He is not getting darshan. Then he understood that he committed some offense. Then he prayed to Lord Jagannath, my dear Lord Jagannath, what offense I have done? Then Jagannath appeared in his dream, said, that princess gave me a gift. Where is that gift? He said, there's nothing, just a piece of paper. Actually, that is a very valuable gift to me. He said, what? In that paper, it is written that Krishna is told to Uddhava that I have lost my mind in Vrindavan. The gopis have captured that. So she wrote, my dear Jagannath, I heard that you lost your mind in Vrindavan. Please take my mind. Right? We should give our mind to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Thank you very much. हनुमान प्रभु को दो.
प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा, थैंक यू वेरी मच, बहुत सुंदर क्लास दिए. मैं एक कमेंट करूंगा. भारतवर्ष में जो मुस्लिम है वह असली मुस्लिम नहीं है, क्योंकि जब एक समय भारतवर्ष का बादशाह औरंगजेब था, उसने जबरदस्ती से हिंदू लोगों को मुस्लिम बनाया. बोला चोटी काटो, दाढ़ी बढ़ाओ, बोलो अल्लाह ऊपर है. बस लोग बोले जब आगे हम मर जाएगा तो हिंदू राजा आएगा, तब हम वापस हिंदू बन जाएंगे. और क्रिश्चियन आगे बोले मुस्लिम लोग है गरीब, कुछ दे नहीं सकते, हमारे पास आओ, गले में एक हॉस्पिटल का चिन्ह डालो, अपना बस बदले में देश विदेश के लड़के से शादी कराएंगे, पैसा देंगे, लोग बोले यह कुछ अच्छा है, यह कुछ मिलता है, लेकिन मैं बोगस है क्योंकि 10वां कमांड यीशु बोला है दाउ शैल नॉट किल, किसी की हत्या मत करो, लेकिन वो मांस खाते हैं, हत्या करते हैं, इसलिए बोगस है। हिंदू लोगों ने दलित लोगों का अच्छा ध्यान नहीं दिया, फिर वे बन गए बौद्ध। वे बोगस है क्योंकि सिद्धार्थ गौतम बौद्ध जो भगवान कृष्ण के अवतार थे, वे बोले अहिंसा परमो धर्मः, किसी की हिंसा मत करो। वे पालन नहीं करते हैं, अंडा फोड़ फोड़ कर खाते हैं, इसलिए बोगस है। सही एक ही धर्म है, वह है भागवत धर्म, इसका पालन करो, जीवन होगा सफल। हरे कृष्णा।
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की